Keffals, would you like to introduce yourself, by the way, while I am trying to add you to the chat, by the way? Would you like to do a little
Jeez,
introduction?
I don't even know how to introduce myself.
Well,
I'm Keffals. I'm trans. I do commentary on YouTube. I recently just moved to YouTube. I was previously just like exclusively on Twitch, but I wanted to be able to say slurs, so I moved to YouTube.
hmm. You move specifically to YouTube just so that you can say slurs.
Yes.
Damn, that's dedication. What is there like a is there importance in that or
Yeah, because it's like I wanted to be more authentic to myself. And it's like it's how I talk like day to day, right?
sure? So you want to be able to how you talk day to day. You wanted that to be something
Yeah.
that you can also do like in your content too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I
Because I
can
feel like that's like more authentic and people would appreciate that more.
sure. So you're doing it for appreciation, not because you want to do it, or just because you want people to appreciate that you're doing it.
Um, I think it's because like I don't want to come off like I'm being fake.
Hmm.
Like I want to come off and people see me as who I am rather than trying to like moderate my language based on what's acceptable on the platform.
Okay, so you don't like moderation and censorship.
No, not really.
No, all
I
right.
think like to a degree it's okay, but I feel like currently platforms take it too far.
Okay. Well, I also unsuccessfully was able to add you on the video as well. But I think if we merge our videos like in sync together, I think you might be able to like take my footage if you want, like future, and
Okay, how do
make
we
that
do
work.
this?
Do what? This is what we're doing now.
What you were suggesting.
Oh, with the actual video. Oh, I was trying to do it, but I couldn't capture your image. I don't know how to do that unless there's a way. Add source. I'm using. Do you have Streamlabs?
I'm just using OBS.
Okay. Let me see if I can open up a video capture. No, that won't be it. A screen capture. No, that won't be it. Yeah, I can't fucking do it. You want to just do audio for now? I can see
Yeah,
you
that
though. I can
works.
see you, but I can't see. I can't seem to put myself on there. I apologize. I assure you, I'm not making many facial expressions at all.
It's okay.
Okay, thanks. So, all right, guys. Welcome to the Omni After Dark. I've got Keffals here. Keffals is a streamer and YouTuber. Talked about her on a video. She's been under a lot of fire because she made a lot of people on Twitter big baby rage mad. There was a few tweets that came out that was taking some clips from some of her videos and calling her both an ableist and also what do they call you? And racist as well. Like I said, you gotta have the devil
Yes.
stuff Oreo. So yeah, let's bring her on there. We've already talked about Keffals once on this channel and kind of looked into everything into detail. Keffals, I just want to let you know, like I didn't just kind of like look at the clips and then just stop there or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I dove a little bit further. I was looking at more things. I talked to more people. And like no matter where I went, it seemed like everyone had like just bad things to say, homie. So I was kind of like I was like at a damn. I was like, there's got to be like one or two. So I would like to start with, if you don't mind, if I can start with like a
Of
couple of
course.
questions or anything like that.
Yes.
All right, let's do that. And I don't know if you have any like rules or anything, but I'm not coming at you. I'm not trying to attack you or fight you, nothing like
Oh
that.
no, it's fine. I thought your video was really good.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Well, that's actually was one of the questions I was going to ask you too on there as well. So, all right, so I'm gonna start up the first one, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
the question's gonna be real. Yeah, I know you like to be real, so I'm gonna be real with you, okay?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. So the first thing I want to say is number one, a lot of people did not want me to give you a platform. Period. They didn't even want me to like talk to you or have this discussion here.
That's wild.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Wait, who? Like, is it like a specific side of the political spectrum, or was it like literally everyone?
I don't
you
even
talked
think it's
to?
political. I don't even think it's political. It was just straight up just people. Like no politics involved. Like a lot of people in the comment section of my recent video, a lot of people on Twitter. I had a couple people DM me being like, "Hey, I don't know about this, homie," kind of thing. So like everyone was trying to give me like warning signs. Like, do you know why they're doing this?
I don't know. It sounds like people are getting worked up into a mob mentality.
Potentially, but I mean, whether it's mob mentality or not, do you have like an inkling as to why people would be this upset about you?
There's so many things. I feel like if I had to like list every single thing that I have done that's pissed someone off, we could be here for multiple hours.
Okay,
honestly.
So you feel like the answer to this question is the reason why people don't want me to platform you is because you've done a lot of things that piss people off.
Yeah, but honestly, like all of the things, I don't even think they're that bad.
Okay.
But I think it's like in the totality, I just pissed a lot of people off.
In the totality.
Yeah.
Do you mind? It sounds like you kind of like pissing people off too.
Yeah, I do. Bit. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay.
I'll be honest.
Hey, I appreciate the honesty. All right. Second question. And by the way, you feel free to, this is not a one-sided conversation. Feel free to interject if you have a question. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't have time to like, I literally came here. I already told you I came here at 8. I got some tea. So I'm unprepared too. So this isn't not something.
What made you want to reach out and talk to me on stream? People usually don't want to do that.
Well, so when I cover a topic like something like this, I like to get both sides. I'm not the type of person to like kind of like, you know, I like to see both sides and get enough information before I make my judgment call, you know, and even if something is undecided, I like to say like, let me wait to see all points of views, all points of sides, or see all the information come out. I don't want to bandwagon, and I don't want to do pitchfork mentality kind of stuff, unless it's called for, approved, or something like that. But yeah, I wanted to reach out to you because nobody was supporting you, and I had a lot of people very, very angry at you, and I felt like the easiest way, because you are in the commentary community, you've been there for quite a while, was to just reach out and be like, dog, what did you do? That's what I tweeted. I was like, what did you do? What happened? So that's why I reached out to you, because it would have been easier to just go straight to the source.
Okay, I can explain like from this very start what happened.
Okay, before you do, let me finish the intro questions. Okay. So the second one I had was, all right, so a lot of people told me, they warned me about you. Okay, they said you're coming here is that you're going to be fake nice to me, and that you're going to lie to me, and apparently you've done this before.
To who?
I'm not saying to. I don't know who it is. I don't know. People are just saying this is kind of what you do. So I'm just going to ask you. I'm just going to ask you right off the bat, Keffals, are you going to lie to me today?
No.
You're not going to lie to me? You promise?
No, I'm not going to lie. I'm not really. I didn't come here to be combative or anything.
I'm not saying to be combative, but you're not gonna lie to me, right? Yeah. We're gonna be real.
No, I don't want to do that.
All right. I know you don't want to, but you're not gonna do it, right?
No.
All right, cool. And then the last pre-up question before we can go into that stuff too, as you're gonna say, was another question, and a lot of things where people were telling me. This is not me bringing this up. I legit got a bunch of people DMing me and telling this, said that they're going to use this as an opportunity to just basically look good, and that you're going to do your best to dodge questions.
No, I'll answer whatever.
You answer whatever?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. We got the groundwork laid out. Let's fucking go. All right. So what do you want to start with? Where did you want to start with? Why people were upset with you, or why people didn't want to platform you? What were you going to go into?
Oh no, I could just I was going to explain the situation, like how this started.
Okay, let's do that.
So I got invited to a Twitter space. It was hosted by, I actually forgot the name. What was it? Mario Nawfal. And he hosts a lot of various Twitter spaces. Like I think the biggest one is something that I saw Elon Musk participating in.
Sure.
And it was a panel about transgender issues and pronouns and woke culture. And it was me, and I had 2 of my friends on the panel as well. And after the panel ended, a whole bunch of people in the LGBT community started calling all of us Nazis and saying that we platform Nazis. And I got really mad. I got really fucking heated about this, because I think that my friends do a lot of good work as activists and advocates for the trans community. And this is really stupid. I wanted to take the heat off them.
Okay. I mean, so I'd be pissed if someone called me and my friends Nazis too. So you decided you wanted to take the heat off of your friends.
Like I can take it. Like people call me names all the time. I'm used to it. But them going after my friends are like they stay out of internet drama. They're just like activists. They don't like any of this shit.
Okay, so this incited the plan to infiltrate the tenderqueers. Is that what
Yeah.
you're? Okay, so this is
Yeah, so
how it all started. Got it.
yeah, so I was just on stream and I made like an account with a pit crew profile picture, and I told my chatters, make a pit crew account and then just like start tweeting about how much I suck.
Okay, pause. Just before that.
Yeah.
Why were they calling you your friends Nazis? I feel like it's pretty strong language. Did something happen?
It was because one of my friends who was on the panel had a tweet from like a year ago about how if you go to dinner with a Nazi, if there's like one Nazi at the dinner table and there's 5 people, there's 5 Nazis or something like that.
Yeah.
So they were trying to say that she was a Nazi by her own reasoning. And people were just dogpiling her, and it really pissed me off.
Okay, so you got really pissed off about what some people said to your friends. So you were like, "All right, let's infiltrate using the pit crews, and we'll infiltrate the tender queer community by, what people are saying is digital blackface." Since you used the example of a black lesbian butch.
Oh yeah, that was so stupid. Like. Because it would have been bad optically if I didn't use that, and then I just give like one example off the top of my head. And it really made it sound like I was specifically targeting black people, and I absolutely wasn't. Most of the people I was pissed off were white.
So then why were you trying to infiltrate using everything you mentioned? You said you was trying to be as diverse as possible. Why were you trying to go with the diversity point?
I think like at least the reasoning in my head was that they would be like less suspicious about it.
Less suspicious of
they would be less suspicious of if it wasn't like a white pit crew.
Is that because more pit crews are okay? So you would blend in easier, is what you're saying. You'd be successfully, but that's because you knew that when it comes to the pit crew community, there was less white people. There was more minorities.
No, there are way more white people.
Oh, there's more white people in the pit crew community. Okay, but less suspicious. Yeah. All right.
I just didn't want it to be like all the same.
Okay. So a lot of people on the internet are kind of, I guess they're disagreeing with you when it comes to that. They're saying that you specifically targeted, a black lesbian butch, but you're saying that was just an example that came off the top of your head is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, no. There was even a thread where someone like grabbed all of my fans' accounts. And I think only 3 of 40 of the accounts that got made had black pit crews.
Okay. But you can understand why.
Oh, yeah, no, I can totally understand why. Like, even though on my end, like, it was the passing comment, and I didn't really mean anything from that, I can totally see why people thought that I was targeting black people with that comment. And I think it was really stupid.
Okay.
Like, I even, like, walked it back later in the stream.
What do you mean by walked it back?
Like, I told people not to do that. I think someone in chat was like mentioning what digital blackface was, and I was like, okay, don't do this. Okay. I didn't even know what that term was.
Gotcha. So in that exact chat, there's a conversation with you actually walking that back and saying, okay, don't infiltrate as black people.
Yeah, God.
Okay. So sorry, I'm just thinking at the moment.
It's okay.
The thing is that again, a lot of people were really upset with that. And I remember when the exchange was happening, when that conversation happened on Twitter and the people were posting it and stuff like that. A lot of people were also using examples and saying that apparently, and again, I don't know anything about your past, Keffals, but apparently in the past that this isn't the first time where you might have done some racist stuff. Is that true? I don't know. So you'd have to tell me.
Oh gosh. Okay. There's a few.
When it comes specifically, let's just specifically to black people.
Specifically to black people.
Yeah, I don't know if you've been racist to other races, but because this was something where we were talking about racism towards black people.
Oh yeah, I was also accused of anti-Asian racism. There's like these 3 instances, and I feel like you'll think this is a joke, but it's not. So the one thing, do you remember like this drama that happened like 2 years, 3 years ago now about like the white woman who made a noodle cookbook?
No, I I
Okay.
have not heard about this.
There was a British woman and she made a Chinese cookbook about cooking noodles. She went to a noodle school in Beijing, and someone on Twitter posted a photo of her with her cookbook and said like, "Why is a white woman making a cookbook about cooking noodles?" And it, the person who made that tweet got dogpiled, but like back then, I quote tweeted it and I said because noodles are tasty. And for some reason, years later, this ended up getting used as an example of why I'm racist against Asian people. But there were like so many it's weird because there were so many people engaged in that with that specific with much bigger accounts than me.
Right. So
Yeah.
yours just blew up and people had an outrage on it, even though you were trying to make fun of the situation.
I think maybe one of the reasons why they got so mad is because like I didn't apologize for it because I didn't think I did anything wrong in this circumstance.
You made a joke when people were talking about racial issues.
Yeah.
Right. So you feel like it was okay for you to make a joke in that situation.
Yeah, because I didn't really think that it was that big of a deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what
But it
about
was weird. Yeah.
so what about black people specifically? Like, has there been people have been saying that this is not the first time where there's been racism involved with black people, which is, I think, was most
Yeah.
people was upset was that they feel like this was a pattern of behavior as opposed to a. What I was reading on Twitter was that it was a pattern of behavior. This wasn't like a one-time thing, and that there have been several instances in your past where you've kind of been sus on that subject. So not
There's
isolated. Is there like popular
sure.
ones or famous ones, or is there something that
There's two big ones that come to my mind. The first one was back when the progress flag dropped. Like the when they added like the black and the brown stripe and
sure?
they added like the autism symbol.
Yeah. I know about
Um
that.
I back then when it first came out, I added the Italian flag to the progress flag and said that the flag was now inclusive of the Italian community. And that I got accused of racism for that.
Okay, towards black people
Yeah.
because you pushed the Italian flag into what was
Oh,
currently black people representation at
yeah.
the time.
Did you want like a copy of the tweet?
Not really. I mean, if you say that's just one of the points, we don't need to go into the
Oh
details
yeah,
of
for
that.
sure.
Okay, and then what's the other one then?
The other one, um, it was right after I finished. I was doing this big charity stream,
Yeah.
for trans people in the South, and after the stream ended, I was getting accusations that I didn't care about Black trans people because I didn't donate any of that money specifically to individual Black trans people's cash apps.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a thread about how like I'm actually like doing nothing for the trans community. And it had like one of the people in the thread was a former friend of mine. I got pissed and I just like posted the thread. And in that thread, there was a Black trans woman, and I got accused of targeted harassment for posting this thread and just saying like none of these people have done even half as much as I did. I was pissed. I had stayed up for like over 24 hours. And I spent like weeks planning this thing.
So, do you feel like there was any justification when the people came out to claim that you were being racist towards black people? Do you feel like anybody had any actual valid points in what they were saying, or are you saying that that's just kind of like all, mob
Yeah,
mentality, or?
I do think it's a mob mentality. Like I'm always open to talk about these issues, but it doesn't feel like people really want to have an open discussion. I remember one time I was accused of my fans were accused of harassing a specific Black trans woman. It was the same one who was from that thread I was talking about. And she said that they were going into her DMs and they were like saying racist shit to her. And I asked her in her replies, could you please send me those DMs so I can see who they are. Because like if they're actually part of the community, I will ban them on every platform. That's not acceptable. I don't think it's acceptable to call people racial slurs. I don't even like use any racial slurs.
Okay, so
But
so you don't use you're not a fan of
no,
just racial slurs. Okay, cool.
no, I only like using slurs like related to like being gay or being trans.
Okay.
Aside from the other one, people are mad at me at, but that
All right.
we'll
So
get to that.
yeah, we'll talk about that one too as well.
Yeah,
So I mean, I'm not gonna fact check you if that's what you're saying is the case. When I
sure.
was looking at the stuff on Twitter though,
Mhm.
I mean, there was thousands on tweets where people were saying like, you guys thought that she wasn't racist, but here's another example. So it's just like, what why is the reason do you feel like all of these people are trying to pin this on you? Like, do you really feel like people like hate you so much that they want to make you racist, or do you feel like you're
Yes.
potentially doing things that might be problematic? Or
I honestly actually think that people just really want to drag my name through the mud because I can't find a reason like of the things I did besides like maybe being a bit abrasive.
a bit abrasive? So they just want to cancel you, and they're trying to pin whatever they can find on you.
That's how it feels.
That's how it feels.
Yeah, because I can't like because if I did something, I would own up to it. Like even with
Yeah.
telling my followers like use a black butch lesbian pick crew, I think that was really stupid of me, and I feel bad that I said that in the first place.
Okay.
But with a lot of these other accusations, they're not coming from anywhere.
Okay. So I remember just a little bit earlier you had mentioned
Yeah,
that you're a fan of open conversation,
for sure.
and obviously you came up on here. This is an open conversation, so that definitely pushes that. I did get shared a tweet though. I don't know if you knew on Twitter though, but apparently you were having a conversation with somebody on one of your streams, and then you kind of like you closed the conversation, and then you started
I don't
calling them the
know.
R word. And
Yes, I did do that.
why did you do that? If you are a fan of the open conversation, I'm a little
Because I
confused.
found out midway through the conversation that they were tagging Elon Musk and asking, like, trying to get Elon Musk to ban my Twitter.
What?
They were trying, yeah, because I
While
was,
they were talking to you, they were tagging you
yes,
at the same time?
I found out that before the conversation, because this was an hour into the conversation when I said that, and like I booted
Oh, so
them
you was
from the
talking to this
stream. And,
person for a while.
yeah,
And then you're mid conversation, you
yeah,
realize that they were tagging Elon Musk to block you.
yeah,
And then you're like, okay, fuck that noise.
yeah. And I tried to bring it up. I was like, why would you do this? Because like they wouldn't even like give me an answer. They said like this was justified to try and get me banned on Twitter because I said this on a YouTube stream.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's
Yeah.
your justification for banning that person. It wasn't specifically when they had like ended the conversation with like, I think the last thing they said was like, you need to be better or you need to do better. So I thought you just rage quitted out of the conversation. That's what it looks like.
I mean, I did rage quit out of the conversation, but it was only because like it was going in circles and they seemingly did not understand like why I would be so fucking pissed that someone would try and get my Twitter account banned.
All right. That. Okay, so let's move on now. Let's get to
Yeah, for sure.
the video that I had made where the video that I talked about when I was talking about with you. And you had tweeted me today and you said that you agreed with my critiques. If you don't mind, which critiques do you felt like you agreed with when it came to that video?
Um, it was specifically like I shouldn't have encouraged my followers to make pick crews of like a race that they are not. I think that
Mhm.
was bad. That wasn't
Okay,
good.
so you shouldn't have. You said it was trolling though. Are you sure you don't think you should have done it, or do you like because you feel like it's? I know you like to troll, right? Are you
I
really?
do, but it's like I don't want to offend people. I'm okay being annoying, but I don't want to be like I don't want to be insensitive.
You don't want to be
Like that's
insensitive.
yeah, that's fucked up.
Okay, so when you were telling people to hijack this community to spread chaos, you didn't think that was going to be a little bit insensitive?
I feel like it's in a different way because it's like still part of my community, right? You know, it's all just trans people, gay people. a community
Yeah.
I've been part of like most of my life.
Okay, but maybe you didn't. I mean, a lot of people seem genuinely upset because if by hijacking this community with your community and spreading that chaos, like it would actually make the community look worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the people who are in there just chilling and
Yeah.
existing, right? They are, they're
Like most of what they were doing with their accounts was just tweeting about how bad I am, like
Ooh.
as a joke. And then they
Mhm.
were laughing when people who weren't using Pit Crew accounts were liking their tweets or retweeting them.
If you were a bigger person in the community where you had more followers and more viewers and stuff, would you still be doing the same? Would you have done the same tactic?
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
Like a big part of my motivation really is just I wanted to take the heat off my friends. I knew people would get pissed off at me.
Yeah. So taking the heat off your friends was creating discourse in the community of the people who was giving them heat in the first
Yeah,
place.
because it's like with that specific tactic, it doesn't make any sense to do it on a stream. Because if I told people to do this privately and not on a public live stream where it could be clipped, it could happen and no one would get mad at me because no one would know about
Well,
it.
what
And that's
about?
how these things happen.
But why is like why an ops? Like why not just like talk about it or why not just like confront the situation head on? Why infiltrate and why be sneaky?
Because I'm not convinced that I can reason with them. Because every time I interact with them, they
Are there examples of
act.
people in this community? Like I keep hearing this name Jai. Is that a person
Oh,
or Jay?
oh, Jai, yeah.
Is that
Jai is a black trans woman, and we've butt heads a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They got Keffals as racist trending once,
Yeah.
but the accusations also go back to like the pride flag thing, and they were accusing me of not actually getting swatted and stealing money. And one thing that happened that got me accused of racism was I was really fucking mad at Jai. Because like before all of this stuff, like before the me being
I see where this is
racist.
going. You get mad at a black person and you drop the. Did you
Yeah,
do
because
it?
Jai was calling me no, wait, what?
Did you do it? Did you drop the forbidden N word on her?
No,
Oh.
no.
I was getting really mad at this.
No.
I was getting really mad at this blackie, and I decided to. Okay. I'm sorry. Continue.
Okay.
Continue. You got really mad.
Yeah. I got mad because Jai, after I got swatted, Jai was saying that I did not have a gun pointed at me, and that I was like making this up in order to scam people for money.
Oh, is this the Kiwi Farm stuff?
Yeah, it goes back to the Kiwi Farm stuff.
Okay.
And I called Jai a tumor. That's what happened.
Okay.
I said that Jai is a tumor that needs to be excised from the community.
Okay.
And because of that, I got accused of being racist. But even like before the racism accusations even started, Jai was like calling me a groomer and saying I'm a pedophile. But people started getting mad because that's like a common thing that gets thrown at trans people. That's really fucked up to do in the community.
But I don't understand. What I don't understand is like I don't think. I mean, I'm on the same page where you can call her whatever the hell you want. If you want to call her a tumor, you want to call her a tumor. But why are people saying that is you attacking a person and insulting a specific person who's black as racist? Because I don't understand why that. I can understand you being mean, right?
Yeah,
I can understand you being an asshole, but like, why is it now turning into racism? Like, was there something that sparked that? Like, it seems like a lot of people in the community really feel like that there's something there, and I'm just trying to figure out like, is there truth to it or?
No, I honestly don't know. Like,
okay,
because I can tell you like all of these different instances, but it's mostly me either shit posting or just being mean.
Okay. Gotcha.
But it's like if there was something there, I would answer for it. I would talk about it.
Okay.
But I don't know what it actually is.
All right.
And I find that people have this circular logic where like my fans, I'll watch them, they'll ask like, why is Keffals racist? And then the answer is because black people said so. And then there's no evidence. It just becomes this person's racist because we're saying this person is racist.
Got it. But you can understand, though, the argument earlier from where you use the black lesbian butch as an example, why people would deem that as a racist action, right?
Oh yeah, I can totally see why they would.
Okay.
Like I feel obviously there's more context to it and it was like a flippant passing remark, but I totally see why they would think this when there's already the suspicion that I'm racist.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where it's like kind of adds to your racist resume as this keeps going on and on and on. And if something else happens, it just keeps checking off. But you like black people, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. All right, we can end the conversation there. Let me ask you a question. We'll come back to that. But one thing that a lot of people really want to talk about specifically is your R word usage, which I see you haven't used in the chat here at the moment. But like,
oh yeah, I didn't know if it was okay or not because I don't want to get you demonetized.
Yeah, I appreciate you not doing that. I appreciate you doing the censorship in my regards. But yeah, just a question. So a lot of people calling you ableist, and a lot of people really angry at your use of the word, the R word. Now, I'm not a fool. Okay, I know there's plenty of people, plenty of commentators, plenty of edgy lords out there, YouTube and all that stuff, who drop the R bomb all the time. They just don't care. Usually these people are like either too big to fail or, whatever. They just can't face any consequences because they are who they are and it's based on their image. So my question to you is, why do you use the R word knowing that it hurts people?
That's interesting because I feel like I do it in two different ways.
Sure.
Like I'll call myself it. I think it's funny to call myself that word. But I don't think it's reclaiming that word, even though like I'm autistic. I've got bullied a lot. I've been called that word a lot because like when I'm using it to insult other people, that is not reclaiming anything. But I think it is because it hurts. It's a punchy word. I think it's just like I guess I use it the same as I would call someone an idiot or call someone stupid.
Right. So it's your term of just calling someone stupid over and over again, but as harshly as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
But the question though, like you're using it though, you're calling somebody stupid, right? But regardless of how you're using it, you do realize that like a lot of people have been expressing like, this sucks. Like this really hurts them specifically. And I guess it's more so, do you feel like because you're using it under the context where it's not a big deal that you don't think it needs to be censored? Or like, I'm just trying to put two and two together because a lot of people on Twitter are really pissed off at you. And it feels like maybe you're okay with people being angry at you as long as you keep that freedom of speech going along.
No, for sure. Because I don't
up?
understand why they have to go out of their way to get mad. Because it's like they don't have to engage with my content. They don't have to follow me on Twitter. If they don't like that I do it, they have absolutely no obligation to engage with me.
Yeah, but I mean, with that kind of logic, right? Like if there's a group of people dropping the N-bomb in Discords, which we just saw with the anime community and Seth the programmer, I don't know if you know that, but like if they have their own community of people who drop the N-word in their own, group of white people, and they don't have to be involved with that. It's just something that's more private. So it's kind of like, even though what you're doing is within your own community and it's private, you're a YouTuber. It's all going to be public. You public your stuff on YouTube all the time.
I feel like these are really different. These are really different words with really different histories,
Mm-hmm.
Like, I definitely agree. Like, white people shouldn't say the N word.
Mm-hmm.
But like with saying the R word, it doesn't really hurt people by proxy any more than stupid. And it's like there's so many other words that have like the same history. Like lame is historically a medical diagnosis.
Yeah. I do know this rabbit hole where if you keep taking words and going backwards, then everything becomes a slur. I get that.
Yeah, I guess that's my problem, because it's like once you start going down this rabbit hole, you're just gonna have such a sanitized vocabulary.
I agree with that. But you got to think about it though. Like, 2010, 2005. Back in those days, you know, people were dropping the F-bomb, you know, like nonstop, a bundle of sticks. Like it was nothing. I was watching the Boondocks the other day and I was like, dang, they was just dropping this joint like it was just, you know, an everyday particular language. Like it was everywhere. And I remember back in the day, I said the word several times. And I used to say the R word back in 2005, no one would blink. And that was kind of just the culture that we were in. And now But now we're in a culture where that shit isn't acceptable. We're not acceptable, but we're trying to grow as people, right? Like you're in the trans community, and a part of the whole growth is that we're not doing the things that we were doing back in the past, 2005, 2010, and how we look at the trans community has grown and has evolved. And the reason why you have a platform and you can talk out and talk about all these things is because you are trying to push for a change. But when it comes to, you know, things like the R word, you feel like that's something that doesn't deserve the same recognition. Do you feel like I'm trying to find out why you want to fight so hard against this word specifically?
Well, I think first of all, I'm giving you the F slur pass. You got it. You got that one.
I got the. Was this an exchange?
You got it.
Are we? Yo, this is a trap. Wait a minute. I don't know about this. I don't know about.
I can't guarantee people won't get mad at you for it, but I won't personally.
Okay.
Moving to YouTube.
I'll save that one for a rainy day. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like the thing. Because I don't know if those other slurs, like I don't know if the N word or the F slur is used synonymously. The same way with other insults, you know, because like with the R slur, I would never use it against someone who has an intellectual or developmental disability.
Got you. So you're saying if somebody had actual, somebody was actually neurodivergent, you wouldn't just go up to them and be like, and just throw the R word at them. Okay, I see what you're saying. Versus,
like I have in my family, I have a cousin who, when she was diagnosed, it was literally like the R slur as the medical diagnosis before they actually came up with what the term was.
Sure.
And it's like, I spent my childhood with her. I love her. And I would never call her that.
But like, so I'm glad that you would never call someone who like that. I'm glad you would not do that. That's very nice of you. But like, like when people were dropping the F word, right? Whether they were saying it to a person who was actually gay or to a person who wasn't. People would use that word as just a negative term in general. It wasn't always to say that somebody was gay. It was just to hurt somebody, and it was just a word used to basically say, you know, being gay is also an insult almost. And I feel like those two words are kind of have the same trajectory. That's just kind of how I feel about it. I'm not trying to convince you not to say. I'm not trying to convince you not to say it, but like, I'm trying to get to you. I'm trying to just paint a picture here where I get your point where you're saying that one day in 2030, 2040, 2050, you know, if we censor everything, then everything gets banned, right? Like you can't say no words because people are going to find out reasons why you can't say that. I get that. Actually,
and like on the opposite end of the spectrum, I'm not a free speech absolutist either.
Okay.
Like, if people are using YouTube to like preach genocidal ideologies, absolutely, I'm 100% okay with them getting deplatformed.
Gotcha. So you're not on either the extremes, but you are comfortable with continuing the use of the R word just because your personal feelings is that you don't have any bad intent.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And if someone like personally is like, do not call me that, I will never call them that. I feel like respecting people individually with what they're comfortable with that's really important. Okay. But also, I don't think that people who don't even engage with me have the right to moderate my behavior like that.
Okay. You can see how that's a little bit conflicting though, right? Like overall, because like the parallelism that I'm trying to use here is...
for sure. Like, I totally get it. Like, people used to just like call everything gay. It's like, oh, I don't want to eat my broccoli. Broccoli's gay. But I feel like asking people not to do that is overly sensitive. At least for me. So, like, I'm used to, like, I have faced some overt bigotry, and it's like that's just like
So what
I
about
know
like
people don't mean it.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
I didn't mean to
like
interrupt.
what?
Continue.
Like what?
Yeah. No, I was going to say. So what about like trans slurs? Like you back in the day, those were almost normalized as well. And right now, you would never want to hear that, right?
I heard try. I thought you were gonna say it. I was like, oh my god,
No,
dude,
no, 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 no.
let's go.
Like, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. No, no, no. I'm just saying, like back then, those were almost demonized, and those were used too. I guess the
Oh, for
parallelism
sure.
is that I know that as time has gone by, you're fighting the fight, the trans community, and you're one of the spokespeople of that. So you recognize the power in words and the power in speech, and you get the responsibility that carries with it and how it evolves over time, because the trans community has literally been evolving for the past 10 years in a very positive, progressive way. So I'm just wondering if there is a version of Keffals that also wants to evolve other parts of their of the things that are kind of similar, or is this like you just want this word because you like using it and you want to be edgy, you want to be base,
The one thing, the one argument that actually stuck with me was that I don't need like that. Overly relying on that word is such a crutch. I got to think of better, more creative ways to insult people.
Exactly. Like, I mean, exactly. I feel like I'm a commentator, like I get called the N-word all the time. And I'm just like, I sleep, like I'm so tired of like people being lazy with their racism. Like, be creative. Like,
fuck.
Make me laugh.
I totally get this so much. Like the transphobia in my fucking comment section. It's always, you will never be a woman or 41%. It's like, are you a fucking NPC? Come up with something creative. I want to hear new things.
So be the change that you want to see in other people, and start using some adjectives. Just for this. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to convince you to.
No. I totally agree with you on it. I think like the one problem is just like when I first moved over from Twitch to YouTube, I got like really giddy about all the words that I couldn't previously say. So I just like let it out, like it was all pent up. Like I would just like say it way too much.
Yeah.
And I feel like once this drama's over, I'm probably not going to say it very much at all.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure there's going to be people watching your chats, clipping you on that. But I'm not here to tell you what to do or how to live your life, but I am trying to express that you are in a situation right now where, you're losing followers and all of these things are happening where people just do not like that. That actually brings me up to one of the questions. This was actually a question one of the chat members had asked before I came on there, but the question was, how have you dealt with mentally the whole internet being against you? It seems like aside of your small community, you have created a large force of hatred towards you. Like it's not. There's a lot of people. It was a lot of people really angry at you, Keffals, and I was just like, "Good God, what does she do?" And I'm just like, "Are you okay with that? Is that something that you're cool with?"
I mean, obviously, I don't like it, but also at a certain point, I just had to kind of accept that people don't like me. Like I'll always have a community of people that do like me, but there isn't a lot I can do to make the people who've already decided that they hate me not hate me anymore.
Well, I don't think everyone's just seeing you and just like, I hate her. They have reasons. At the end of the day, right? You're pissing people off. You're trolling people. I mean, admittedly, probably enjoy pissing people off to an extent.
I do.
So
it is fun to piss people off.
And as that continues to happen and that karma goes down and your dastardly plans of invading and all this stuff, eventually it all starts adding up. And then, what ends up happening is what happened a couple of days ago where people have a laundry list. You slip up once and now they have people have a laundry list of reasons why they don't like you. It's adding up, right? So you recognize why people dislike you or why people hate you, but I don't think if I had to make an assumption, I don't think you really care.
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, like for the last year, I was always trying to like prove to people like why I'm not as bad as people are saying, and like dispel every accusation against me. And I just got so exhausted by it. Like this year I stopped trying. because a lot of it's just the same stuff over and over again, where I've already talked about this, I've given my takes on this.
Have you ever apologized or took accountability for the things that people are angry about you?
I guess I would ask, what does accountability look like, and how do you be accountable to random people on the internet?
Easy. You apologize for your actions. You recognize that what you did was not right, and then you find a way to make things right by talking to said community. And that's it. You don't if people are still mad at you after that. I don't know if you watched the whole thing when it came to Atriot, the whole deepfake thing.
Yeah.
He made the apology. He said, "Hey, I'm sorry. I should not have done that. I'm going to spend money, getting these websites down, and I'm going to, I'm going to take a hiatus." He did everything that he could do. That's accountability right there.
But how did people react? Did they forgive him?
I think the second apology did way better than the first one, where he was blaming everything on him being morbidly curious at 2 a.m. on Pornhub. But the point is that, once he did that, at that point, if you still want to be mad at the guy, that's not even on him anymore. He's done everything that he can do. And if someone wants to continue to be mad at you, at that point, it is literally on them, because you have done everything that you could do to take accountability on the subject. I guess what I want to say is taking accountability does not absolve you of people hating you. That's not the point of taking accountability. The point of taking accountability is doing what needs to be done to right the wrongs that you made at the fullest extent, and then moving forward. And then the people who recognize those actions, they'll say, okay, cool. She did what she needed to do. She accepted with her wrongdoings. She tried to right her wrongs. Boom. And we move forward. But there will always be people on the internet who will never forgive, because they just love to hate. So you
just made me remember something, because this is, because I feel like every time I bring up a situation where people are mad at me, it sounds insane.
Mm-hmm.
The things that people get mad about in the trans community are so wildly different from the things people get mad about outside it.
Yeah.
So I got canceled because I called Tim Pool bald.
Who's that? Or what is that?
He's a conservative commentator. He wears a beanie.
Tim Pool?
Tim Pool.
Yeah. I know Tim Pool. Would you call him Tim Bolt?
I called him bald.
Oh, Tim Bolt.
No, I didn't know. I didn't change his name. I just said that he was bald.
Oh, okay, so you called Tim Pool Tim Bald?
No. I tweeted at him because he was in a fight with me for some reason.
You got into a fight with Tim Pool.
I got into a fight with Tim Pool.
And you hit him with the bald? You know I'm bald. God damn, homie. Damn, I know you hate bald people too.
I believe in bald rights.
Jesus Christ. Oh my
I'm
God.
An ally.
You hate black people and now you hate bald people? Oh my God. I don't even know why you said yes to me.
I'm literally
That's crazy.
I'm collecting bigotry like it's like Pokemon gym leader badges.
No, but truthfully, but seriously though, like, so you called him bald and then he got angry with you?
He didn't get angry. I said that because he was shitting on trans people for some reason, and I said that he's just jealous of me because he wasn't able to start hormones early enough to like stop himself from going bald.
Okay.
And then trans people started getting mad at me, saying that like I don't understand my own privilege and that I'm like throwing the trans community under the bus by making a Tim Pool bald joke, which is like every fucking leftist commentator is called Tim Pool bald. It's such an easy cheap shot.
So does this connect to the accountability conversation?
Because I apologize because people were demanding. Like I had friends in my DMs saying, "You personally hurt me. Please apologize for this."
Apologize for calling somebody bald?
Yeah. Apologize for calling Tim Pool bald.
Okay, no, that's not on the same spectrum. That's not even anywhere close to the same universe of what we're talking about right here.
Right, but it was because they were calling it transphobic that I did that.
Transphobic that you called Tim Pool bald?
Because a lot of trans women start their transition later on in life, and they've already like started balding. They don't,
Oh, really, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it touched a lot of nerves. And I apologized only because people were begging me to apologize, even though I didn't actually think I did anything wrong. So I got clipped on stream laughing about it after the apology. And it made people way more mad than if I just didn't apologize when I didn't think I did anything wrong. Right, I think like since then I was like, unless I'm like sincerely sorry, I feel like I should not apologize because then it's it's just going to make
So
people mad.
I wouldn't use that. I just don't want that example. I wouldn't compare that example with what's going on now. I think what's going on now specifically is you've angered an entire community, right? Like, even if it wasn't your intention, even if you're saying that you're non-racist, even if all of these things that you're saying is not true, the actions, the consequences of your actions would have led to confusion within that community, which would have then made that community collapse on itself, because nobody would have known who is who, because everyone's infiltrated. It would have been like, it would have been sus.
Right.
And
I feel like it's,
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Like, I get that the clip looked really bad, but like, going forward into the stream, I was already walking back. Like, I didn't want them to just infiltrate the entire community and make it collapse in on itself. Like, if you go to the Twitter account that I made that's still up, it's literally just like my fans with these fake accounts, like, shitting on me and each other's replies and retweeting each other.
So why haven't you apologized?
Like, I apologized for the digital blackface part, because I really think I fucked up with that.
To who?
And I put out a video apologizing.
Okay, why not tweet it? Like, because that's where people are upset. Like,
right?
Why not tweet?
Because I will never make Twitter happy. I don't think I can ever make Twitter happy.
So Keffals, apologizing and taking accountability is not about making people happy, homie. That's not even the whole point. What's done is done. You're not trying to appease the mass. You're not trying to manipulate people into liking you or anything like that.
Wait, am I apologizing about the infiltrating part?
Whatever you feel like you need to apologize for. I'm not going to tell you what you need to apologize for. Whatever you actually feel apologetic about.
Yeah, because I don't want to apologize on Twitter. I think Twitter is a hellscape that algorithmically encourages people to be as shitty as possible to each other. Also, it's weird because it's like, this is an incident that happened on stream. Why can't I address it on stream?
Well, I guess you can address it on stream, but the call out is happening on Twitter, and then you did start replying to specific people. I know you replied to Maya. You're kind of replying indirectly on your Twitter, but I would say the platform where you were being canceled on, which was Twitter there. Yeah. And if you actually want to reply to like, if you are sorry, like if you are genuinely sorry to these people, you apologizing on stream and or on your YouTube channel will not actually be seen by these people. Just your community.
I see.
So if you want to apologize to me, but you say sorry, but you're at your own house and I'm not there, and then I'm like, okay, well, that's not very effective. You know what I mean? So I guess I mean,
I don't think I'm going to make, like, even if I put that out, I don't think it's I don't think they'll accept it, and I think it will make them more mad.
It's again, let me again. It's apologies and taking accountability has nothing to do with the mass. It's about it's specifically it's for you, and then the people who have been hurt, and then they can take it and they can do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
I guess. And I said I'll be honest here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and be honest. Be honest.
Okay. I don't think anyone got hurt from this.
So you don't think anybody was actually hurt?
No, I think they were. Oh yeah, I think this was all just outrage and drama. I don't actually think anyone got hurt from this. I think that they already just didn't like me and they had fun shitting on me.
So you think that everyone's issue with you is they just want to bring you down, but nobody out there was actually offended by either the ableist comments that people are calling or what looks to be racist?
Oh, I'm sure they were, but like, what if you meet someone on Twitter it was like literally like, I am fucking crying and pissing and shitting myself to sleep every single night because you won't stop saying idiot or stupid.
No, that's lame. Yeah, that's dramatic. Yeah, that's very dramatic.
It feels traumatic to me because it's like I'm not calling anyone except for like people who are really shitty to me. I'm okay calling them like the R slur, but I'm not like going out of my way to denigrate disabled people I'm
Well,
not
I don't
going
think
out of my
anybody
way.
who uses the R word or is called an ableist is literally out there, going to the actual divergence and literally just name call. I don't think that's how that works. It's the fact that people are using it in that context, right? So whether you're calling a divergent person the R word or not I don't think is the example to use. It's the fact that you're just using the word and people are feeling like you're ableist because it's a word that people want to evolve, like they've evolved passwords as well. But you're saying right now in 2023 that you, Keffals, don't want to evolve that word. You don't feel like that needs to be removed from vocabulary and you want to keep it.
I mean, obviously, I think the intent matters. Like, I would never, like, as I said earlier, I'm never going to call someone that if they actually have like a intellectual disability. I think that's messed up. But I don't really think it's a big issue. People are just using it as a synonymous for stupid or idiot.
Okay. Because I would say the same argument played towards words that are now slurs in the trans community, right? And words that are in the LGBT. There's a lot of slurs that using your same argument 10 years ago was exactly what people were saying. And if you heard that now, right, like you would be really hurt if people were still using those slurs now when it's targeting you specifically in that way, right?
Interestingly, okay.
Or you're saying that you're cool with people calling you trans slurs and everything, like they can just drop it and you don't care.
You're asking like a very odd person. I literally don't care if they call me slurs specifically.
What about towards your community? Like, what about, it said for you specifically, but would you want that to be promoted?
If it's me specifically, it's not, but like people in my community. But I feel like this is kind of missing the point of like going back to other terms that historically have like the same roots as the R slur. Because like dumb evolved, stupid evolved, lame evolved. Why is it specifically the R slur that didn't evolve when all of these other words also came from like a really medical background in how they came about?
To be frank, I don't know. I agree with you that we live in a culture that's very sensitive. I agree with you on that. And I think we do agree we live in a culture where people are trying to turn everything into slurs. Sometimes I look on Twitter and people will be making tweets where like they'll put the little asterisk on like every freaking word. I'm like, okay, I don't need to understand that shit. I agree that does exist to an extent. All I'm trying to do is point to parallelism to the concept that you are a part of a community where words are now slurs, and you would call anybody who uses those words freely transphobic. That's what you would do as a leader of your community. If you found out that somebody was going around tossing all of these slurs, you would be pissed, and then you would condemn them for being transphobic, right?
Wait, are you talking about like who? Could you be give me more detail on that example? I'm a bit confused.
So, okay, example is 2023. Okay. And you find out that Tim Pool was in a Discord dropping all of these transphobic slurs, like just casually within his group of people. You find that out, that shit gets leaked. Yeah. What are you going to do? Are you going to be like, it's cool, it's whatever, I don't care? Or are you going to try to cancel this man on behalf of the entire trans community because that shit is transphobic and it's not a good look and it hurts your community? Which one are you doing? Loaded question, I apologize. But
I don't think I could do either. Like, I don't think I can cancel Tim Pool.
Not cancel, but you would definitely be like, damn, is it really Tim Pool? Really?
I don't even think I'd be like that. I would not be surprised.
You wouldn't be surprised.
I would not be surprised at all if Tim Pool is just using like transphobic slurs and racial slurs and homophobic slurs.
And you wouldn't be like upset? You wouldn't be upset?
It's not that I wouldn't be upset. I mean, Tim Pool does things that have far more harm in the world than simply using slurs. Like, I'm more upset about him like targeting trans kids and like trying to push for legislation and posting where like a drag event is going to be and fomenting violence. These are the things I'm like really fucking mad at.
Sure. Okay, I got you. So the thing is I'm gonna give you an example because I feel like maybe I might be missing the point, or maybe we do miss the point, but that the answer is not clear. The incident with Miskiff, y'all don't even remember that. And Miskiff got canceled. Yeah, do you know Miskiff?
I know Miskiff, but I don't know much about this situation.
So there was an incident where Miskiff got canceled because his friend did something. I don't know. But this dude named Ice Poseidon, which is his friend, came out and leaked out these DMs where Miskiff was basically being racist, like just hardcore racist. It was dropping the N-word. He had it on audio. It was, your boy was talking about like saying the N-word. He was just, you know, being racist with his group of friends. And to me, that frustrated me, obviously, because I am the target member that he was talking about. He also had black people as a member of his community as well. But I was like, damn, this person is out here just, you know, being racist towards black people in private. That kind of sucks, because I liked Miskiff. I liked his content. Hates to see that he was making fun of me and using my race as the
okay,
button
this is
of
a better
joke.
example, because I guess in the Tim Pool example, I fucking hate Tim Pool.
Okay, so
like,
so maybe not using Tim Pool, just me.
Oh yeah,
what
like
if it was me? What if it was me?
If it was you, yeah.
And I'm dropping all of these transphobic
If it was you,
slurs.
I would hope you would be like, yeah, this is fucked up. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm sorry to everyone who feels disappointed by my actions. Like at the bare minimum.
So all I'm trying to say, is at the end of the day, again, if you want to keep what you're saying about the R word and you want to keep it, then we can move on past that. But at the end of the day, all I'm trying to simply say is that you're fighting for a cause. You are a representative, and you're a pro, you're an activist, and you're fighting for a specific cause.
Now, do I have to be?
Well, you seem like you're an activist. You seem like you push. You seem like it when people are transphobic. You seem to be very vocal about it. Which I feel like makes you an activist. If you're
like sometimes, like I can't go after every single person all the time.
Yeah, not every person, but I'm saying that you're pretty vocal when it comes to it. Like you're not quiet.
Yeah, for sure.
So like all I'm trying to say is where you are now, as a part of your community that you feel like you do represent. A lot of people on Twitter I was reading there feel like you represent them. Some people don't like the fact that you represent them, but a lot of people
I don't
like you are a
them.
representative.
I hate that they see me as that.
Okay, so it's kind of like
because it's like because they see me as that and they feel like I owe them something, but it's like I do not see myself as representing them.
All right, cool. Well, again, at the end of the day, all I was trying to do was make the parallelism of where we've been 10 years ago and how words have transformed and how, you know, in 2023, how culture and people view the trans community and the LGBT community as a whole, and how you might be able to see why maybe there are people who want the R word to evolve. Maybe you're not, that's not what you want to do, but, and then by seeing that the R word is in limbo, like this isn't like a word like stupid or lame. Like we're not saying that you can't say the word crazy, stupid, any of those things. Okay. But the R word is specifically one that can take you off a platform. So you're definitely playing with fire, and you know that you're playing with a word that plays with fire.
For sure. But if we stop saying it, how does the word evolve?
What do you mean? How does the word evolve? I'm talking about how do we evolve?
Right.
So well, like I guess, how we evolved from stop saying all the trans slurs, we evolved by just not saying it. Right, but that's
like a totally different thing, because it's like, you know, before it's like if you were calling somebody the R slur, people were saying it directly in reference to a medical diagnosis.
But no one's doing that. No one's doing
that. No one's doing that, but it's because the word got put in limbo. Whereas like idiot, stupid, lame, these words evolved. Now it's just like people use these as general insults. And I feel like if we all just stop, then it's never going to get on the same level as those other insults.
Gotcha. So
now this sounds crazy because it's like I'm not a diehard defender of this word. I just got
you seem like you're dying on this hill though. I don't know why.
I don't want to die on this hill.
Like why, homie? It's a freaking word. I mean, I get.
I don't want to die on the hill.
I don't understand. There's some people who really want to fight for like free speech, and that's totally fine, right? The anti-censorship. You know, they own their Eminem pack life, and they just like, you know what? I'm going to say whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want, and I don't care. I respect it. Okay, I respect it to agree, but it's like at the end of the day, is it worth it for you to continue pissing people off this way? That's all I'm understanding. Like that's all I'm saying. Like if is it worth it to you to continue doing it? And if you feel like it's worth it to you because you want to stay authentic and you want to stay true, that's your explanation, then that's your prerogative. But I'm just letting you know that word specifically is angering a bunch of people, but I'm not here to dissuade you. Just kind of making some parallelisms and points to it. But I appreciate you hearing me out on that.
Oh no, it's been a really good conversation.
Yeah, I think it's been a good one too as well. did you have any questions? I still had a couple more questions. I didn't know if there was anything that you wanted to bring up or if you had any questions yet, because I feel like I've been kind of dictating.
Oh yeah, I don't know what I would ask.
Okay,
I was like looking over. You've just been so you're like you do commentary. I was like looking over some of the stuff in your channel.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm like a news / commentary type channel. I'm a baby moist critical. I like to just talk about whatever people want me to talk about, whatever's big and is trending, and then I kind of do like a Philip DeFranco style news thing. But then occasionally I just get up on there and rap. So yeah, that's kind of what I do.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I like thanks, appreciate it.
It's like I don't actually know a lot of the people in the comment. I'm still always like learning different people in the commentary community.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. I've seen your name fly around. I've heard that combined with Kiwi Farms and Destiny, but outside of that, I don't know what is what, to be completely honest. But yeah, that's what I kind of do, and I've been doing that for a while. I mean, before that I was doing Smash videos, and before that I was doing like gaming videos. But you know how sometimes things transform.
Oh, for sure. Like I recently, me being in the commentary community is a newer thing. Like I was in the political streaming community before that.
Yeah. So I want to bring up a specific tweet that just got tweeted out today. The one that we were talking about earlier. Is that okay? The one that came from Tom
what tweet?
From Turkey.
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about that one really fast?
Oh, let's talk about that.
All right, because you guys, I know
do
Turkey
you have
Tom.
A link to it? I'm trying to find.
I'm looking forward to actually.
Oh, wait. Hold on, he has me blocked. I gotta grab.
I found it. This one was tough. It's got like, homie, it's got 5,000 likes. Like people.
Oh yeah, no,
people are mad at you, homie. People are really mad.
It's so weird because it's like I'm pretty sure that he would find this funny if he didn't already hate me.
You think if he didn't already hate you? Why do people hate you, Keffals?
They think I deplatformed Destiny, but I didn't.
You're the reason why Destiny's on YouTube?
I'm not the reason why Destiny's on YouTube. I didn't get him. I did not get him deplatformed from Twitch. Like he even said this in his own like his original like manifesto that he did on like a whole bunch of streamers, that he thinks that he got deplatformed because he said that trans women shouldn't compete with cis women in sports. I think that was like what he said.
And okay, I've heard that argument before. Yeah, I'm just saying that's what I kind of heard, but let me find. I found the tweet here. I can show it.
Yeah.
Do you have the link, or do you want me to send it to you?
Oh yeah, no, I have the link.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna put it on.
It's weird because it's like, you know, I've watched a bunch of his videos recently, and he seems way more fucking angry in these tweets than in any of his videos that I've seen.
Oh, you did something to him. I mean, we're gonna find out.
I didn't do anything.
You did. Look.
Like, okay,
look, you keep saying you didn't do anything.
Our history.
You cannot say that no more. You've been doing things to people, homie. Like you can't be this hated and be like, I didn't do nothing.
Okay, but we all do things.
We do. Like I do things, right? I'm not number one on the hit list when it comes to Twitter, right? I'm not like we all do things, right?
Yeah.
But like,
true.
Like, homie, all I'm trying to say is that you have an abnormal amount of hate. And every time we bring up, you're like, I don't know why people hate me, but you like, there's something going on.
I like that. It's like that fucking Keemstar clip. It's like, why am I getting so much hate?
I think there's also one with freaking Deji too as well. But like at the end of the day, right? Like you're pissing people off. You know, you're pissing people off. Right? You admitted you like doing it.
I mean, oh yeah, but this is all old beef.
Oh, this is old beef. Okay.
Yeah, this is from last year.
All right. Well, he tweeted this out. He said, "It's so funny to me that Keffals is now pretending to be edgy and based when 1 year ago she was destroying people's lives and taking away their income for much less." And he linked your stream where you said Hogwarts Legacy 1 death equals 1 slur challenge.
I won the challenge.
You won the challenge?
No, I didn't win the challenge. I didn't even play the game.
So that's the first tweet. Do you want to respond to that? Like that's
so like I'm like 90% sure this is like specifically referring to Destiny.
Okay.
But like as I've said, I did not get him deplatformed from Twitch. Like, did I was troll. This goes back to trolling.
Hey, look,
it goes back to trolling.
Look. But
Yes.
I know that I'm unaware of what's happening. Okay, like just to be frank,
No. This
I'm unaware.
is what I say every time.
But there might be people
like,
who just know. So just again, always hit me with be truthful with me.
Oh
okay?
yeah, no, there was no. I can tell you exactly what happened. I was in a fight. I was in a fight with Destiny. There was this is like almost a year ago now. Jeez, I'm trying to like remember all the bits because like I feel like if I don't tell like the whole story and people like rewatch this, they'll be like, okay, well, why didn't you mention this or this?
I don't want you to go back and capture the entire thing. Just I guess it just in terms you don't have to. I don't want you.
We got into a fight.
Yeah, you
and
just
then
TLDR.
I think at one point I tagged Twitch and asked them to ban him. And then he got banned.
Okay.
And then I said that I did this. And then a minute later I responded to the same tweet where I said I did this with, by the way, I didn't actually do this. I just wanted to piss off your fans.
Okay. So, okay, gotcha. So that's the response to this tweet that you're saying here. It wasn't even like that.
I think that's what it was about, but like I did not destroy Steven's life or take away his income.
Wait, is Destiny's name Steven?
Yeah, his name's Steven.
Fuck, my name is Steven, and we both have Omni. What the fuck? Am I like the goddamn? I think we're the opposite doppelgangers. Okay. Anyway, so you didn't destroy his life. I mean, he seems to be doing pretty well now, but you're saying that you were not the one responsible for it.
Yeah, no, I didn't get him banned.
Okay.
Twitch doesn't give out the reason for the ban. I'm pretty sure you have to be a Twitch partner to get the official reason, but he already had it removed.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to figure out with Dr. Disrespect. We still don't know, but okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the second tweet said, he said, if you are seeing her be edgy and saying, quote, oh, maybe she's not bad, congrats, you are being played. Keffals wants to now abandon the audience of woke cults that blew her up and become a mainstream commentary YouTuber to make money, and you are helping her. Wow, that's something. What do you have to say to that?
Hey, it's weird because it's like, I mean, obviously I want to make money. I'd assume you want to make money.
Sure.
I think anyone who does this as a job is probably someone who likes making money doing it. But and I mean, he is right. I am trying to abandon the woke scolds in my audience. That's why I don't particularly care that I lost like 20,000 Twitter followers because I knew this was going to happen. But I just don't understand like this idea that I have never been edgy before.
Oh, so that's what you're more concerned about, the fact that he doesn't think you were edgy prior. Like,
yeah, because it's implying I'm lying, but I'm the thing was is that I had to like put on a more presentable face.
No, I'm actually more I'm laughing more so at the fact that you're kind of like offended by the fact, like, what? He only finds me edgy now? Like, not before? Like, he's angry at you, right? With all these other things, but you're taking offense to the fact that he's like, what? You didn't find me edgy before? It's like, he was mad at you about the whole thing about destroying people's lives. He said lives with a plural. Have you been destroying multiple people's lives, Keffals? Is that?
I can't.
Are you
think
a
of,
life
like, who else?
down taker?
I can't think of who else life I destroyed. There was like Rakita Law, maybe? He might be referring to Rakita Law.
You've taken down that many lives that you can't remember your victims anymore?
That's not even true.
That's
it's just,
wild.
I feel like it's like blown up.
Menace.
Because like, no, I'm not. It's like,
I'm fucking with you.
I'm not actually like, oh yeah, okay. I know. I like playing it up. But I actually don't know every person that he's talking about. Like, there's been cases where people got mass flagged after, like, they said a slur. Like, with Rakita Law. Rakita Law said on his live stream about me, Keffals should be lined up against the wall like every other groomer and pedophile. And it's like, you know what the implication is. It's like, I'm being told that I should be shot.
So, yeah, I don't know if it's something I should.
Why else would you line up pedophiles and groomers against a wall?
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah. So like the response to that was a whole bunch of people like a whole bunch of my fans wrote to the Minnesota bar about him.
Sure.
And he decided to read out their names and addresses on his stream, like fucking doxing my fans. He got a 2-week YouTube ban, and then he got his account back.
Man, dude, Keffals, like this energy that is surrounding your persona on the internet, like it's so much bad juju, homie.
Wait, what did I do that was so bad in the situation?
I'm not talking about this situation.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm talking about, like, for some reason, you seem to be in situations that are just like fucked up.
Yeah.
On the internet.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I don't know how to like minimize that. I've been trying this year. Like so far, I've been getting less death threats, which is cool.
That is cool. I mean, again, apologizing and taking accountability, I think, goes a long way. But if you don't want to go that route, that's fine. We can go back to that another time. But specifically,
yeah,
I did the whole thing. I don't. So Keffals, I was being approached by multiple people again. I get DM'd by a lot of people and stuff like that. I know way too much shit that I care to know about just because I was one time playing internet police detective when it came to the Smash community, and people were like, Omni, X and X did this, X and X did this, and I started getting plagued with like all of this bad shit. Like basically people would like pull up dirt on everyone in the community, and then I would just have to be the person to just know it. I'm just like, fuck. And after a while, I was just like, I can't keep calling out bad people. There's too much bad, and it was fucking up with my energy. I was just waking up kind of sad having to read these reports all the time, which is why I started deviating from it and trying to have a little bit more fun. But one thing recently was like people were saying something about you having a second account and following somebody, and they were allegedly calling you like you were grooming or something like that. Do you know what they're talking about when it comes to the situation, or is this just a hater? Because this was several people. Wait. Yeah.
I'm like, is this Catboy Ranch? Is this what this is?
Maybe. There was 3 or 4 tweets that I got, and I think maybe that one was applied to it. Is that just some bullshit? I mean, if it's just bullshit, then that's fine. We don't need to entertain it.
Oh, no. I mean, like, yeah, I ran an account. Like, I ran a meme account called Catboy Ranch, like, back in 2020, I think. Mm-hmm. I was just like reposting Catboy memes that I found around the internet. And it had an associated Discord server. And people came up with this like conspiracy theory that I was like grooming minors in the Discord server. Yeah. And their proof is like a handful of photos of callers. But if you end up like cross-referencing the names of everyone who posted it, they're all adults. There were no minors in the Discord.
So these are all just fake. This is fake news. All of that's fake news.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I can't fact check any of that. If you're saying it's fake news, I'll take your word for it. I don't know anything else about it. I was just wondering if there was some truth to it. And I mean, obviously you wouldn't say so, but the people were pushing that towards me. And look, I get it. You being in the position that you are, you have a lot of haters. So it's fun for people to hate on you. So you're going to get occasionally the people who are just trying to cancel you for the sake of canceling you. I get that. I'm not naive to think that everybody in the world hates you and they have an actual legit reason why. We are on Twitter, and Twitter is just it's haterade city. You know, people wake up to hate on Twitter. I get that. So I'm not trying to say that every person that hates you.
Oh no, for sure. It's
like that.
I'm used to like the same barrage of like things that people want me to answer for. Okay. It's just like, I feel like with how much people hate me, if there was like if I was actually a pedophile, they would have evidence of this. You know?
Yeah, you would get Seth the programmer eventually. At this point. Yeah,
for sure.
Okay,
like right. I think that's why people went so hard on this one thing, because it was like the first clear-cut time they had an instance of me fucking up.
Fair. Okay, cool. We can move right past it. It wasn't even something that I wanted to touch on for too long. So the next tweet was to anyone who is now giving her the benefit of the doubt or defending her against this cancellation attempt. Congratulations on being her number one ally. If it was up to her, you would be cleaning toilets with your tongue for a living and eating cockroaches for lunch. Damn, is that really how you feel, Keffals? That's what you would do?
That's wild.
You want me cleaning toilets with my tongue? Yeah,
with your tongue.
I feel like you would want me to do that. Actually, I feel like that's something that you're into.
So.
Okay,
I mean, like,
You sure?
I don't know what this is a reference to. Like, I don't know if this is like if this is hyperbole or if this is because I used to work as a dominatrix. Like, I'm wondering if that's it.
So you don't know why Tom is so mad at you on this tweet?
I don't know why he specifically like referenced like cleaning toilets with your tongue and shit.
Okay. Yeah, he keeps on going. All right. This last one's pretty big. The last one he said,
yeah,
this is a person who is a pathological liar, which, by the way, you promised me in the stream you would not lie, so I hope that was not the case. A false flagger, a doxer, was caught following a showed account, and even worse, wants to censor every single one of you. But go ahead, keep sucking. She's about to nut. So
I don't want to censor I mean, I don't think any of that's true. But
so none of the thing that he's saying here in those words are anything that you've ever associated with.
No, I never false flagged anyone. Like,
so you've never lied. You never.
I have called for mass reporting, but I've never done it out of it being false. Like, there's always a reason.
So you've mass reported for a reason that was not false.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've never doxed anyone.
What about
that? Has never happened.
So you've never doxed somebody, is what you're saying. You've never did false flagging. You're not a pathological liar. You don't lie all the time.
No.
Is that a lie?
I don't lie all the time. I do lie if it's good. Okay.
Say what?
You can lie when it's good. Okay. I can admit that. You want me to be honest?
Wow,
yes.
That's your.
Because it's like,
listen,
okay,
I
but
lie.
like,
listen, homie, you sound like a saint to me because I lie all the time. Okay, I'm lying to you right now. Okay, this whole thing was a setup. I'm lying to you. I'm kidding.
Oh shit.
No, but
yeah, I don't know.
I
have you ever like if you could set up an interview with someone and you like don't agree with them at all and you fucking hate them, but you know it will be an interesting interview. So you just like lie and say you like them and like you go along with it. So like they'll you know. I
mean, Keffals, come on. Yeah. I feel like if you be real with me. We as humans, we fucking lie, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
But you're not just lying because it's a good lie. Come on.
No, like I'm not lying like for the sake of lying. Like if I'm lying,
I lie for the sake of lying all the time. You don't do that. You say you don't do that.
What if? Can you give me an example? Why have you lied for the sake of lying?
Just cause I don't know. Sometimes I just do that shit. Like it's like
if someone like asks you like
It's like if someone says, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" I'll be like, "Sleep." But actually, I'm not because I don't feel like talking to them.
Okay. Like if we're going there, yeah, I fucking all the time.
Yeah, I lie. You know, it is what it is. You know, I don't try to hurt people with it, but I
will be like on my phone on the fucking toilet, and people were like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, nothing. I'm just chilling."
Okay. I'm just trying. I don't. If you say when someone tells me they only lie when it's a good lie, I'm like, that's. But
I feel like he meant this in a different way. I feel like he meant this like in like I am a sociopath kind of way. Well, something.
Yeah. So in this one, pathological, it sounds like you say things that just aren't true frequently, and you're saying that that's just not the case.
No, okay. I don't do that.
All right, cool. We don't even talk about the showed account. I'm not even interested.
I can answer this.
Oh, you can answer the showed account one. That was the one I was going to dodge. Okay.
Oh, no. Let's talk about it. Okay. So, it was all during the Kiwi Farm shit too. There was an account that I was following.
Sure.
And at some point, it transformed into a Shoto account, and I couldn't figure out like. Because people were accusing me of following the Shota account, and it's like, I have previously gone on record saying that I think like people who like lolicon are fucking pedophiles. Like, I don't like them. They don't like me.
Dog, wait a minute. That's wild. So you just this random account, and it's suddenly like just Transformers, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. And it's like I had a friend that was following the account, so I was like, do you remember this? Because I'm pretty sure we both didn't follow this child porn account. And they ran this like script that could help you like find out the name of the account before it changed, and we found out the original name, but it wasn't on like an archive anywhere, so we couldn't figure out who the fuck this person was. So it was like we had like some mutual friend whose account got jacked or something at some point.
I mean, I feel like if that was the case, I'm pretty sure Twitter could like do the little Twitter time machine and find out when the shit got changed or whatever. You know how people internet detectives are, but I mean, I don't even.
Yeah, I think the problem is I'm not an internet detective. I don't know how to like deep dive on that Shota account.
I don't either. But if you got Vamoose because you were following somebody and they turned into the show account. That's not on you, obviously. But
yeah, that was.
Tom's really mad at you. Why is he mad at you?
Okay, because we had beef. He did a video on me. I did a response video.
Oh, y'all had beef?
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh shit. Okay, I didn't know y'all had beef.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was like at the end of it, he kind of changed his tune, and I don't understand because like he did his video, I did a response video, he did a response to the response video. I said I wanted to come on, but then I ended up backing out because like I couldn't find someone to come on with me, and he wanted it to be like a 2v1 sort of thing. I didn't want to just like go on a stream and just get grilled by two guys, you know?
Gotcha.
So
but like I
think it was later on. I think what pissed him off is I watched his stream where him and Nicholas DeOrio and like two other people were like grilling flamenco.
Sure.
And I messaged him and I was like what'd I say? I said, holy fuck, you blew flamenco the fuck out. Okay, I respect you now. I didn't respect you before, but that was really, really funny.
Okay.
And then he just never responded and unfriended me.
Okay. Got it. Well, another day.
Yeah.
Move on.
I think the well's poisoned. We're not going to be besties.
Well, I'm not trying to talk about besties or nothing like that. At the end of the day, Keffals, what I would like to try to at least accomplish, the one point that stuck out the most for me so far when we've been talking about all of this is that you feel like making an apology and taking accountability, especially on Twitter, does nothing but make people even more angrier or things like that, right? And that still kind of like holds and weighs on to me because all I see around you is negativity and hate. That's all I see. Like you walk around and it just sticks to you and it sticks to you. And you always say you don't know why. And I'm trying to explain to you why. And it's the fact that number one, you keep offending and hurting people, whether you care or you don't care, but you just keep doing it. But number two, even if you do feel sorry about it, or if you do apologetic for it, you're apologizing to your audience, not even the people that you've offended. So it's like, so there is zero accountability at all. You tweeted that the Matrix was real.
I don't.
No. I mean, I retweeted, which was funny. That was funny.
I fucking love
that was funny.
They thought the Italian X thing was real. That was really funny to me.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. Like you keep doubling down on the humor, which is fine, but then you double down on the hate as well. And but at the same time, like we use humor, me and you, a lot of people, comedians, we use humor as a cop out for a lot of things. And one thing that people use humor for as a cop out for is accountability. And it's just like at some point,
I don't think they want accountability.
What do you think they want from you? What do you think they want from you? Keffals.
I think they want me to leave the internet. I think they just fucking hate me. I don't think anything I could do would be enough. And I think everyone wants an apology for like a different thing, including things that I didn't even do. Like, how would I be accountable to Tom?
I'm not telling you to apologize to Tom. I'm not, that's y'all. That's between y'all two. Y'all can literally just talk that shit out. Okay. I'm not, you're not going to put a tweet longer, my apology to Tom or something like that. I'm talking about the tens of thousands of people that you pissed off over the week, you know?
Oh yeah. I don't think I'm going to win them over. Like a bunch of them are telling me to kill myself over this, which is wild.
Keffals, you're still missing the point. You're not trying to win nobody over.
Right. Homie. But I don't want to apologize to them.
Why don't you want to apologize to people that you hurt unintentionally?
How did I hurt them?
By doing the digital blackface plan.
Doing that. I mean, like I already clarified it, but also they are willfully misinterpreting me. That's the thing that pisses me off. I think so, because it's like you can even tell from the clip that it's like I said at the very start. From the clip,
you look sus as hell. From the clip, you look sus as hell, homie. And if with the backlog of you gathering hate from so many people, right? You gotta understand how people are looking at you, not from how you were looking at you, but everyone looking at you and having all of these reasons to hate you, right? and then this pops up, right? And then when it does pop up, you're saying, I didn't mean it like that, but you're not telling it to them. You're telling it to just your audience. So you're never actually acknowledging the people, because you just feel like no matter what you do, they're just going to hate you. And you just keep tallying up reasons for them to hate you, and then only replying back to your own squad. Like, that's what I mean. That's why you're getting into this never ending cycle of everyone wants you off the internet.
I mean, yeah, I'm a content creator. I make content. That's my job.
Yeah, but I think truthfully, homie, what I think you're doing is you're dodging accountability.
I don't think so. I don't even think you believe that.
I do.
I don't think so. I don't think
you fucked up. You fucked up. It was a fucky wucky. Yeah, it was a fucky wucky.
Okay. Did I fuck up? You've been covering internet drama for how long?
Oh yeah, I'm not talking about like levels of like freaking. I'm not talking about scales of fuck up. I'm not trying to power level or power scale the fuck ups. Like, but I'm saying what you did was an oopsie whoopsie fucky wucky, where literally all it needs to be is, guys, my bad. I didn't mean it like that. I can see why it came off that way. I apologize to the community, and let me know if there's anything I do can make it right.
Yeah. I don't think you get, like, have you seen like what ContraPoints has gone through?
No, I don't know what ContraPoints did.
You don't even know, like, this happens like time and time again to like the bigger trans content creators, where they're just like constantly being dragged through the mud, and like they're being asked to apologize, and they're being asked to apologize again and again for like these incredibly minor infractions, when you have like other bigger content creators being like far more contestable.
But like, I get that. I get like I get, so what, I know what you're fighting against.
Yeah,
I know what you're trying to do. You don't want to. You're trying to be. You don't want to bow to the mob. You feel like once you make one apology, then suddenly you have to make a million apologies. I think that's how a lot of people sometimes feel on the internet and the Twitter. And I get that concept. Okay, because what I'm trying to say is, I do believe that there is a mob. I agree with you on that. And I do agree that on Twitter specifically, people are there to just pull people down because they feel sad and they feel lonely, and they feel a little bit better by making someone's life a little bit worse. I'm so fucking with you when it comes to that concept. But Keffals, you have made a lot of people angry for a long period of time. Yes. And I'm just trying to say, like, when you say to me in our conversations, I don't know why people feel this way. I don't know why people feel this way. I feel like you're only saying that the only reason why all of these people hate you is because they actually have no point. You're literally saying like they have no ground, no foundation, no point, and that you've done nothing wrong.
No, absolutely, they don't. Because like before this, absolutely they don't have a point. They finally got one thing after like harassing the shit out of me for like an entire year over what? Saying noodles are tasty, over adding an Italian flag to like the progress flag. And it's like they were calling me racist for this for a fucking year before this happened. And now it just like they wanted to validate what they already thought and what they've already been giving me shit over and dragging my name through the mud over. So yeah, I'm pissed about it. I don't want to apologize to them.
So Keffals, I've fucked up. I have fucked up. I've made tweets that I shouldn't have made. I have said things I shouldn't have said. I've done things that I should not have done on the internet. The Omni guy that people kind of look up to. I'm not perfect at all, but I have fucked up. And I can say when people have hated me because I made a video called Why Smash 4 Will Die, or I was being really, really angsty, or I was really being whatever. I can understand, and I can say like, yeah, I have fucked up, and I acted in a way that would piss people off, so I can understand. Like, here is the reason why.
No. If I legitimately made a big fuck up, I would apologize, but I don't think this is a big fuck up.
Dude, 20,000 tweets was a fuck. That's a...
Look, just because like there are 20,000 tweets doesn't mean there's 20,000 reasonable people.
So you think how many of those people you think is actually reasonable? You think nobody's reasonable in that group?
I mean, how many people engaged in the Salem witch trials, right? Were all those reasonable people just because like everyone agreed with it at the time?
You are not comparing this to the Salem witch. You better stop playing, girl. You better stop playing.
Yeah,
you stop playing. You comparing it for real?
I mean, yeah, like I think at a certain point, it's just like they're mad and it's a mob. Like I'll
Yes, you're right. You're right. I agree with you on that. Like, I agree with you that they're mad, right? But when you say that 20,000 plus people are mad for no reason, you feel me?
What?
Like,
oh yeah, people love internet drama. They love to be mad at people. If people didn't do that, neither of us would make money doing this.
So you think that 20,000 people just hate you for no reason, and that's the verdict?
I think that if it wasn't this, it would be something else. And I think if they didn't have a legitimate reason, they would make up reasons.
Some people, yes, but 20,000 people.
My personality.
Your personality?
Yeah, I think they just don't. They don't like that I'm abrasive. You know, they don't like that I'm combative. They don't like.
There's plenty of abrasive and combative people that people like. I mean,
name me one.
Are you going to say? I knew you were about to say that.
Because I can't name another.
I mean, yes. When it comes to that, I would say for women that the internet does not like when they are abrasive.
Oh yeah, they don't like people like me.
But like, it's not the abrasiveness, right? It's like people are saying specifically the ableism or the sus racism. No one's saying like, she's so abrasive. God damn that Keffals. Like, people are actually naming like actual, like, they're putting clips. They're putting actual reasons to why they're upset with you. It's not just like, she's so abrasive and I hate her. You know what I'm saying?
Right, of course.
Because I'm a person that gets a lot of hate, in my opinion, that doesn't deserve it. Is Pokimane, and I'm bringing her up because she's a girl too as well, and she gets a lot of freaking hate just for existing. And yeah, I can understand why people dislike her from the things that's in the past, but in the future, people are like, I just hate her because she's Pokimane, and that's what we're supposed to do collectively. But like, I honestly, and again, this is not a shot at you as well. But
you're comparing me to someone who isn't trans in this case.
Well, it's not even the fact that it's trans. Just, I'm trying to compare you to something that's like in the Twitch and the YouTube community where it's just this macho guy shit.
There is nothing like me that you can compare me to. I can't. I dare you.
Sure.
Find another content creator who is a trans woman who does drama, who is like confrontational. You won't find a single person.
I mean,
I'm like unique in this space.
You are unique in this space. That I agree with you on that. And maybe that's not the best comparison, but I guess the point is not even my point is that she's getting hate for no reason by millions of people, right? And I don't think you fit in that category of getting hate for no reason by 20 of thousands of people. That's not happening with you. You're legit in a situations where you're pissing people off nonstop. You feel me?
I mean, I am pissing people off. Yeah, I can contend. I can like concede that I piss people off, but there's a lot of prejudice behind a lot of it too. Like, obviously, there are people who are legitimately mad at me.
Yeah,
I can accept that. But like, how many of the people, like, especially on like Turkey Tom's side of things, like, go into those replies. Look at all the people calling me a groomer and a pedophile. All the people misgendering me and dead naming me. So there's a lot of bigotry. There's a lot of bias behind that anger.
Those people, those are, and I'm not going to discount you on that, okay? Because I'm sure you, being a member of the trans community, probably get a lot of fucking hate just for existing. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to pretend that I understand that. I get that.
I get hate from my own community. A lot of hate from my own community too. Because there's like this crabs in a bucket mentality, right? Where it's like so many people are hurt. Like with the trans community, you have like these really high rates of poverty, of mental health issues, of disabilities, of suicide attempts. And they're constantly like attacking each other. You know, they're all hurt people. They're all scared people. And it's like, it's not that they don't want to see each other succeed. There's almost like a level of resentment towards it where it's like they feel stuck in a situation they can't get out of and they see someone else like them doing it. And they're like, fuck you.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. I think those people do exist, but I think that they are the vocal minority in this case. I was looking at a lot of the tweets and I was looking at a lot of the replies. And yes, there are a lot of people who are just being haters for the sake of haters.
Yeah.
Keffals. But at that number, and at that level, homie, if
I don't think you get it.
I mean,
pull up some tweets to show me, and I will totally go over them.
No, it's not even the specific tweets. I'm referring to the level of hatred that you have accumulated, right? And it's like usually when people at this point in time get like canceled for no reason or they get hate for no reason, usually the opposite happens. Like, you know, people be like, fuck cancel culture. This is stupid. This is a nothing burger. This is actually not a problem. That's usually now what people are doing all the time. But
and that's kind of where I'm at. I think it's a nothing burger.
Okay. I think bits and pieces of it might be a nothing burger, but
like I've had people so mad at me that they got me fucking swatted. Like I'm constantly
that's
like
just,
at doxing risk and like
you keep bringing up examples that are just clearly like fucked up and
oh yeah,
we both agree on it. Like no one's going to disagree that swatting someone is not like fucked up.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's just like I understand like the level of hate that's against me.
Yeah, I mean, Aiden Ross was getting swatted left and right. People are just
but Aiden Ross has millions of followers. Yeah. I don't even have 100,000.
Right, but people don't even hate him, and he's getting swatted. But I do know that you were in a specific situation, especially with the Kiwi Farms, where you were a huge target, I believe. So I get that you have been attacked, and so maybe that is a part of your mentality is that you have a herd or a mob that's coming after you. But I think that we can say with certainty that
and you gotta say it's kind of fucked up.
No, of course.
Like me as like a YouTuber that has like 45,000 subs, managing to get like 30,000 tweets. That's crazy. Like the notoriety is fucking insane. I totally see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, you were center of attention for many mainstream articles and news for a long time. You were involved with a lot of big people, and it was a really, really huge scandal, right? Of course, and that's just what's going to happen. And obviously, that was occurring on Twitter. But I guess
I saw someone suggest something.
What was the suggestion?
Maybe something. If I do an apology on Twitter and I can show you how fucking wrong you are on this one, would you come back, have a conversation in 2 days and see?
What do you mean wrong? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you're trying to prove that if you actually apologize and take accountability for your actions, and this is not something that you do because I'm telling you to, it's something because you want to. So if
I think you just like I don't think you understand the dynamics with like, because like all you could think of was like Pokemon is like
I was just thinking of somebody who was just getting a lot of hate for no reason, right?
Do some sleuthing on like ContraPoints and see like the kind of shit that she's had to go through. Like she got like fucking dogpiled so hard she ended up like getting an opiate addiction dealing with all of the hate. And it's like she doesn't even do fucking anything even like half as abrasive as I do. Like I'm kind of a scrappy person. I get it. Or like Lindsay Ellis.
Keffals, I don't want you to do anything that you want to do, homie. At the end of the day, again, what you want to do and what you want to say is your prerogative and is your life, and I would never try to sway that shit. Okay, I'm not here to change you as a person or anything, but I do kind of want to enlighten you with a perspective that maybe you're not being fed from your specific community, because when it comes to communities, usually, you know, they're my community. If I did something, they'd probably be my community. They would tell me, you know, I fucked up, you know. But what I'm trying to say is, if you feel like you've done nothing wrong over this entire course of all these actions, right? To me, that sounds like that's a red flag, homie, because we all fuck up. We all make fucky wuckies, right? And you've been in a lot of situations which could have probably have created the fucky wuckies. And if you told me like, yeah, you occasionally mess up and you own up to that shit, I'd be like, all right, cool. She's human. But when you're telling me nothing and they all hate you for no reason, then to me, that sounds like you're missing a little bit of self-awareness here as to what is actually occurring, what you're actually doing. And also I do think when it comes to the mob mentality on the internet, again, the key is not to make an apology and take accountability.
I think like you don't understand the dynamics here. And I'm like kind of surprised. Like you're in the commentary community. Like you know these people. You know how fucking edgy these people are? And I'm at like 1/10 that level, getting called out like 30 times as much. Because it's a completely different dynamic that I don't think you're really familiar with it.
So why do you feel like you have a smaller audience, but you have more hate?
Like, because I have so many LGBT people in my audience and there's this culture. Like when I was saying that when I was saying genderqueers, right? Because that's what started this whole thing. These people who they're overly sensitive, and there's this culture where they constantly weaponize identity politics when it's not even necessary to manipulate other people. You know, like with that clip, with the ableism clip. The ableism clip started off with someone saying, like, Keffals saying the R slur to a disabled person. It's like, I am also disabled. I don't give it, you know, I don't care. But they have to put it as the qualifier to make me look worse. They need to weaponize identity politics. It can't just be like on its face, you can't say this. They have to make it worse by adding these qualifiers because identity like is fucking king in these spaces.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening. I hear you.
Yeah.
So you use the word they a lot, and I think that you feel like I feel like you're putting a large group of people into one single bucket, and that bucket is the mob. And all I'm trying to say is not the entirety of the people who dislike you are doing it just because they hate you. It's not like that.
Yeah, it's a group mentality.
Yeah, I'm trying to say the mob is not just one entity and they're all
no.
Same
it's like totally mind. Like when you say that and like there's a lot of hate, I think that's the problem. Because it's like there's a lot of hate from the LGBT community for completely different reasons that there's hate from like Destiny's community or from Turkey Tom.
Yeah.
There's like it's like a whole bunch of disparate groups that hate me for different reasons.
Got you. I feel you. So again, this is just me, and I don't want you to be influenced or persuaded because if again you do apologize, then people are gonna be like, you only did it because Omni told you to. But all I'm trying to say is specifically like, because you said you would make a bet. You saw your chat. You said if you make an apology and people hate you, we'll talk about it in 2 days. Again, apology and holding yourself accountable has nothing to do with the response. Okay? Zero. You're not there to make people happy, and you're not there to do it and people get mad. That who cares what happens after that?
I don't think you believe that.
I do.
I don't think you do.
I do.
How many apologies have you covered on your channel?
Covered a lot, and most of them are garbage.
Most of them are garbage. You can never make a good enough apology. You will never satisfy the mob when they're all riled up.
It's like, not even about
fucking people telling me. I'm having people tell me you said the R slur. You should kill yourself. Like these people are unhinged. I will not satisfy them, and I don't want their respect. I don't respect them.
Yeah, but it's not everybody. That's what I'm trying to say. Like a lot of people, like in my opinion. Keffals.
Yeah, it's like
I don't think that you actually have a dislikable personality after talking to you. You sound like a normal human being, to be completely frank. And you say that you like to be authentic and all of that stuff. Okay, I don't find you highly irritable. I do find that in terms of accountability, I feel like you're dodging there still, homie. And I think
that you're probably getting pushed into doing this by a bunch of people that I don't know about.
No. Wait, you think this is a setup?
I feel like you're trying to get something here.
No, I'm not trying to do shit.
No?
Dude, so many people. Keffals, so many people.
Because you got messaged by a bunch of people who were like giving you questions and
They were telling me not to platform you. All of these people were saying, saying,
thank you for doing it.
Yeah,
because this is a good conversation.
This is a great conversation. You're welcome. But like a lot of people were like, don't do it. Don't give her the attention. Don't give her the platform. Like that's what people were fucking doing. But I wanted to have a freaking conversation to see if something could come of it. But my point again, you don't have to do it. But all I'm trying to say is like, if I make a fucky wonky, you have an audience of people who respect you. You had followers, the people who unfollowed you, right? You have, not everyone was on the hate train before it happened. When you lost tens of thousands of followers, those were people who liked you and who were on your side, and then suddenly were not. So it's not always just people who hate you. You're accumulating. You're accumulating more and more and more. It's like a fucking spirit bomb of hate. And I'm trying to say that what could occur here is admitting one's mistakes, because we all fuck up. I'm not trying to tell you to bow to a fucking mob, but you can just acknowledge, like, you know what? This was fucked up. I shouldn't have did it. I meant this, but it came out this way, and I shouldn't have did that. And I understand why people are upset, and I'm sorry. That I shouldn't have done that. And to be honest, like, that shit is human.
Well, okay.
That's a human thing to say.
Okay. Let's walk through it. Okay. Here's what I think would happen if I were to take accountability in the form of a Twitter apology. I put out the apology.
Sure.
And then people go through this interview and they clip the part where I say, I don't want to apologize because I don't respect them.
Oh, so you already said that you don't want to apologize, so you can't apologize.
That's it. I can't, because I don't respect them. I don't want to apologize.
God damn it.
I feel like if they cared about accountability, they would be calling out the people telling me to kill myself for saying the R slur. It's like,
I mean, those people, I get called the N-word nonstop. I can't ask people for help.
Oh yeah, no,
like, I get it.
At a certain
point
that. You can't.
Yeah, but like, it's your life, homie. Live it however you want. I think my advice is to be careful with just mob mentality concept nonstop, because if everyone is always the mob and that number just keeps getting bigger and bigger, what do you see happening like in 3, 4, 5 years? Where do you see that? It's only going to get worse and worse.
Happening. Like, this has already been happening.
So what are you going to what are you going to change?
What do you mean? What am I going to change? What did I do wrong? Do you want to like list it out?
You keep saying, what did I do wrong?
Because eventually the internet will just get bored and move on, and they'll move on to the next person.
But they'll come back to you and just keep tallying up the list. Like, they will ignore this. Everyone will forget this. In a couple of weeks, this will not be in the news rotation. And then if you do something else silly again, or a fucky wucky, they're going to add this to the laundry list.
They'll do it regardless.
Yeah, so it's
they'll never let go of this. They're obsessed. I've already tried. I've tried ignoring it. It doesn't help. I'm like, other female content creators who engage in like politics and commentary and stuff, they just get like run off the internet.
Sure.
I'm taking a different approach.
Well, I'm gonna be frank with you. If you were like in that situation, okay, and then you came back and you made that apology and that shit was, legit. And
you don't understand.
Hold on. Let me just finish.
Okay.
If you did do that, right? I'm just letting you know, if you had done that at that point and you took a step, you said, I shouldn't have did that. That was kind of fucked up. I shouldn't have went that way. I had a reason as to why, blah, blah, blah. And then I was covering this fucking news and then I read your apology. I would have been like, well, damn, she fucked up, but she looks like she's actually apologetic and she's trying to take accountability. So, hey, that's as much as you can ask out of a person. Cause it's like,
before you like come to that conclusion, remember what Turkey Tom said.
What did Turkey Tom say?
They think I'm a pathological liar. Like thousands of likes on this tweet calling me a pathological liar. They will not believe anything I say. They think that I am like inherently a liar all the time.
So you don't think that there is any way for you to escape the situation that you are in?
No, that's why I decided to double down. Because they want to hate me. And if they want to hate me, they can go ahead and hate me.
Okay.
Like at this point, it's like, okay, you think I'm a piece of shit? Okay, what if I am a piece of shit? Then what? Oh, nothing? My life just keeps going and you keep saying mean things about me?
I hear what you're actually saying. I understand what you're saying. I think there's credibility in what you're saying. I think you feel that you would do an action that would garner literally no benefit to you and make people just basically hate you even more. Is that what you're saying?
No. What do you mean? It's been like incredibly beneficial to me. I'm happy this happened to me.
No, I meant if you were to apologize, it would not be beneficial to you and people would just add more hate.
No, because I'm not sorry.
For anything.
No.
But you said you were sorry for something earlier.
Yeah, I've said I fucked up with like saying the digital blackface thing, but
so then just make an apology on that.
Make an apology? I'm not making a fucking Twitter apology.
Why? Why are you not apologizing to the people that you feel
I
apologetic
have a video on my YouTube channel. I have a video on my YouTube channel called Taking Accountability. If people really want to look into it, if they want to see where my apology is, I have an apology.
Keffals, that's like me doing something wrong to you, and then I go to my friends. I'm like, I'm sorry, Keffals. I go whisper in a small tunnel and go, I'm sorry.
All right, let's meet halfway here.
Am I really sorry if I'm not saying it to you?
What if I post the video, the YouTube apology on Twitter and say, here's my apology?
I don't know how it plays out, but all I'm saying is if you are sorry, but you're not telling the people that you're sorry
because it's like by making it a whole thing when this was like a minor fuck up, it's like conceding that this was a major fuck up, and I don't agree.
No, you could. A fuck up is a fuck up. If people want to call it major, they can call it major.
Because like if I were to make an apology, I'd be like, it would literally be like one sentence, and I would be like, yeah, shouldn't have told my followers to do that. My bad.
I think
because I feel
so
like
worried
anything
about the impact of the apology and not what the apology and the accountability.
Have you ever done like a public Twitlonger apology?
Yes, I have, and I got fucked up for it.
You got fucked up for it.
Yeah, I got fucked up.
So why are you telling me to do the same thing you got fucked up for?
But I put it out. I got fucked up, but also the people who supported me, the people who follow me said, hey, Omni, I appreciate that shit. I appreciate that you at least went through the steps to acknowledge what you did wrong and that you apologized for it and that you took accountability for it. Like, so no, I didn't win over the entire mass, and the people who fucking hate me doubled down and was just like clown emoji, clown emoji, clown emoji. Sure, right? But I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for the people that I actually hurt. And there's a difference between that. And I feel like you're looking at everyone as a big whole. But when you apologize to someone, you're apologizing to specifically the people that you've offended and that you hurt, the followers who unfollowed you, those people specifically,
right?
Not the haters and not the mob mentality, because they will always fucking exist and they will never, ever, ever get off our nuts. That's just how they fucking work. So,
I mean, like because like the people who were already my fans who like got mad about it, they probably saw the video. And then they said as much in the comments that they don't forgive me, which it's fine.
Yeah, I just
because it's like I know that like not everyone's gonna be okay with the trajectory I'm on. Like there's a change in my content. I'm moving on with like a lot of what I'm doing. I'm trying to be more sincere. So people are gonna be mad. This is the way people have been mad at me in a completely different way than in the last year.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of things that you said today that I actually do agree with. There are concepts in place, like as an internet persona, that I understand that maybe, people who don't create content don't. So I'm not trying to tell you that like everything that you're saying here is false or nothing. But
oh no, for sure.
Yeah.
I think my biggest issue is like the concept of accountability is so nebulous as an online content creator. Like if this was like a community in person, you could be like, I go up to like the specific person that you hurt and be like, what do I need to do to make it better to you? But if you're addressing like tens of thousands of people, you will never get like a single answer. It won't.
Well, I'm not trying to tell you to say like, I'm not literally trying to tell you to like just to bend over and just like, what can I do?
I don't mean that.
I just mean simply just like
it's like so nebulous. It's not clear cut.
Yeah, like I guess it's just, I also think like apologies don't have to be a big deal too. Like I think a lot of people make it like a big fucking deal when they, it just doesn't have to be. It could just be like, hey guys, I fucked up. My bad. That was kind of stupid of me. I won't do it again. Let me know how I can right this wrong. Like it doesn't even have to be that big of a fucking deal, to be completely honest, if you genuinely just feel apologetic about it. But I do understand what you're saying about the mob mentality. And I know that you specifically have a bigger mob than most. And I know a lot of people will never understand what it feels to be under all of that weight. And I get that that's a lot. So all I'm trying to say is it's only going to get worse with time for you if something doesn't change. I'm not telling you what the change is or what you could do, but I'm just saying like the trajectory of your path is just, it's just hate, homie. It's just it's just an accumulation of it.
I mean, that's true.
And I don't know if you want that in your life.
I've tried the apology route. I have done this consecutively over a year. The apology never gets accepted, and a lot of times the apology actually makes it worse because they see it as me trying to manipulate people.
So you're just done apologizing, period.
That's if I do something heinous, I will apologize.
Gotcha. But for this one, you're just like, fuck it. Okay.
This one feels really overblown for what I actually did.
Okay, it's fair. If
You
that's
know?
if that I feel like if you feel like what you did was overblown in terms of the reaction, then you can just have like a similar like a just a similar response to it as well, as opposed to calling. All I'm trying to say is just be careful with the concept of calling like 20,000 people, like everyone. We put everyone in that basket, then that's when I think it gets a little danger. You know what I mean? Just a little danger, because we all fuck up and we're not perfect, and that's cool. Like it's cool. I'm gonna fuck up in the future too. Okay, I'm gonna probably have
Oh,
to
for sure.
apologize too. But all right. It's 9:15. We've been going at this. I appreciate you staying this long. I know you've been up, you've been streaming since this morning too. Did you get a nap or
Oh
anything like
God.
that?
Oh yeah, I took a break like midway through and took a nap.
Okay, cool. So, all right, last question then for you is, first of all, I want to say I appreciate you coming up on here. You didn't have to.
Oh yeah, no, it was nice.
Yeah, I
I
hope.
like that you pushed back because some people are afraid to do that.
Of course, I'm a pushback. I told you, I'm real. I'm not gonna fuck around with you. But I'm gonna be honest with you. And again, I don't have any hate to exude here. I'm not trying to slam dunk on you or for clout points. Okay, I know that's usually how these things go, but I don't want to ever profit off of that kind of clout or drama, because I feel like that shit is stressful, and I don't want to live my life like that. So all I want to do is just trying to have a conversation, see where your head's at, see what your perspective is, and if I can give you something that you didn't think about, that then goal
Yeah.
achieved. But
I do think I have a takeaway from this. Like, I don't agree with how you view accountability and like
Sure.
apologizing for the specific situation, but you did get me thinking about trajectory and accumulating like a shit list among people.
Yeah, because at this list, like, homie,
Yeah.
it's just going to get worse and worse. It ain't going to get better. You're not going to like what's going to happen 5 years from now unless there's
Oh God,
something
yeah.
shifting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I think about Keemstar as an example. I think it's just like there's so much there's such a big list of things that's just accumulated over time.
Yeah, and so I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to tell you to not be an edgelord or be authentic, or I'm not even trying to tell you to be anything. Like, again,
Yeah, true.
I never want to come from a place where you know what I hate? My mom used
Yeah.
to tell me all the time. She used to say to me, I should always do something, or I should always be like, commonly, you should do this, you should do that, you should be this type of. I used to hate that shit. Like, I hate when someone tells me what to do or what to be, right? Which is why I'm a huge advocate of letting people do what they do as long as it doesn't hurt people, right?
For
and
sure.
and so again, as the biggest takeaway, I don't ever want to come off like fucking preachy. I don't want to come off holier than thou. I don't want to come off like I'm better than you, because I'm a fuck up too, and I've done plenty of things, and I'm going to do plenty of things in the future as well.
That's why I really appreciate your coverage of it, because I feel like you were actually like being balanced, like you were weighing like the criticisms, you were like talking about like your own opinion, you were saying like basically the things that my fans were saying, and you just like try to like take a middle ground where you're like covering all of the polarizing opinions on it.
Yeah, I do think there's still a lot of I do think that you still got some soul searching and some self-awareness stuff about the things that occurred here. Okay, because truthfully,
I'm a little autistic. I mean, maybe a big bit of autism.
My little brother is a little autistic as well, so I have experience with conversations. But my point is just, again, watch out for the trajectory, and not everyone wants to hate you. I can guarantee you that, as of garnering a community and coming from a place, not everyone wants to hate you. As long as if you keep giving people reasons to, sure, they will fucking keep pouncing on that. But not everyone literally just wants to hate you. But I get that you're fighting against that mentality. But
it's hard to get out of that when you're so used to like being under siege, and then like
it takes time. Accountability. There's no switch. There's no flip. You gotta set an example, and it takes time. Like, it's not. Hey, I'm sorry, and then suddenly everyone's like, I love Keffals. Nah, like,
oh yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It fucking takes time, homie. And if you do want to not go then in that trajectory, then just start weighing your options. All right, last question for you, okay? And then we'll call it a night, and you can go play Hogwarts Legacy and piss people off. Do you have anything that you want to say to specifically the people that you've upset? Okay.
I
Like any parting words, any parting words that you feel to the people who are upset. Okay, I'm not talking about the haters. There's just people who are genuinely upset.
Oh yeah, the people who are upset. I guess I would just say like that. I'm sorry. I did not mean to. I didn't mean to make the implication with that clip that I was like trying to tell people to infiltrate like the Black queer community. That was like a really big error on my part. Just like that was the only thing I listed off when really I was just trying to make it seem like it would blend in because it would be like such a diverse group of people.
Okay.
You know? I think that's only it because I don't actually feel sorry about using the R slur.
Sure. If you want to keep that, you can keep that. Okay, that's fine. Hey, look, we'll take it one step at a time, but like, but for real, okay. If people they clip that and they see that later, people will take it in however way they want. The chat is saying W, so it seems like you've appeased some people. I do want to say there is power in both apologizing, saying sorry, and taking accountability. Just because, again, everyone sucks for the most part, but you will attract the real ones if you go about it right. So, and then the last one was. Oh no, that was literally my last question. So that was my last question. So do you have anything else that you want to ask me or anything that you wanted to leave with?
What's your favorite video game?
My favorite video game?
Yeah.
Like the game that I'm playing currently or of all time or?
Let's go with both.
Shit. That's both hard questions. I feel like my favorite video game changes based on the flavor of the year. Like recently I've been playing a lot of this stupid card game called Slay the Spire. I hate that I fucking love it so much because it takes up all my time. But in terms of games, that is like my favorite. Shit. I was really a huge fan of Guilty Gear. I like fighting games too. So I was playing the shit out of that.
I did like Guilty Gear. Like, there's an arcade near me that has it. Actually.
Oh, true. You play fighting games?
I'm gonna go to that arcade.
Yeah.
You just reminded me there's an arcade.
What's the game on your list right now?
Okay, right now I play Raft a lot, but
yeah.
It's like a comfort game for me that I can play it for like ever.
Slay the Spire is my comfort game too. Yeah.
A game that I really want to play recently. I guess Majora's Mask is probably like one of my all-time favorite games.
Okay. With the taste, one of the best Zeldas. All right. Yeah. I respect the Zelda taste. Okay. I like Majora's Mask. I'm also a huge fan of Link to the Past. I'm also a huge fan of. Yeah, those two are the good ones. Don't cancel me on this one, but I did not like Breath of the Wild. I don't know if you played that one.
I didn't either.
Oh shit! No, you're not supposed to agree with me.
It was way too.
You're not supposed to agree with me. I was giving you an out. Oh my god, what have you done?
You're giving me an out, but it's like I couldn't finish it.
I kept falling asleep. I was like, now I'm gonna get canceled. All right, now we're gonna have another talk where Omni has to explain why he didn't.
Are you gonna put out a twit longer for this one?
I promise. After the Nintendo showcase, once they show me the tears of the goddess tomorrow, I'll fucking play it. Or I will eventually play it before Tears of Goddess because I have to for completion's sake. You can't not beat a Zelda. Chat, I just kept falling asleep. It was so comforting. God damn, I'm getting roasted. Anyway, Keffals, I will let you go. I really, really appreciate you coming on to the chat. And again, hit me up if you ever need anything or in the background or not. And yeah, homie, I hope your trajectory changes in the future, okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Take it easy. Have a good night.